Okay, so I know that I've been kind of MIA with our conference calls, and I'm sorry about that. I do want to get back into doing that because I just think that it's good for all of us, just to kind of like talk it out, struggles, whatever's going on for the weeks and things like that. It's just been really, really busy here with baseball and just the end of school and stuff like that. But summer is coming. Tomorrow's my last day at school, and then the boys are done on Friday, so I'm excited about that. Um, Hold on, I lost you. My internet connection sucks up here. I had plans to do it downstairs, but my brother and his family surprised us today, so they're here for dinner. So I wanted to come up to the room. So I don't have that best to sell of service. So, okay, so I want to talk about Shaun Week. So I am so freaking excited for Shaun Week. Shaun T is like the very first person that I ever started following on any kind of social media, and it was before I even knew anything about Beachbody. I forget how I even came across him, but I've just been following him, and I just love his energy and his passion and his enthusiasm, and he's just, I don't know, he's just so inspiring. I don't know if any of you guys follow him on Snapchat, but if you don't, you definitely should, because he is just like on a daily basis, just so inspiring and so like motivational. And it's funny. Like him and Scott are just funny. And also, I don't know if anybody's listened to any of his podcasts. I've listened to a few of them, and they're just great. So excuse me, definitely do that if you haven't listened to him. Okay, so I had the pleasure of listening to a Zoom call with him last week. I was on the Fit and Funky team call, and he was the special guest. And he just kind of talked all about Shaun Week and kind of, what inspired him to do it and things like that. One of the biggest things that he talked about, which I hadn't really thought about before, but makes so much sense, is that like when you're doing a program and it's like a 30-day program or it's a 60-day program, it's so easy to like one think, oh my God, that's such a long time. Like it's such a big commitment to give, like 30 days to a program. Like I'm going to work out for 30 days. And the other thing is it's like, some people, they may not like it. Like I started the 21-day fix, like a while back. I think it was before we even did the T25, just to kind of like try different things. And I didn't like it like at all. And not that I felt like a failure, but I kind of was like, oh, this kind of sucks. Like here, I printed out the calendar. I was all ready to go, and I just didn't like it, So one of the things that Shaun talked about was making this not just about the 7 days, but it was about releasing it one day at a time, okay? So that you are focused on that day and only that day. There's no looking ahead. There's no, watching the workouts that you're going to do for the week. There was none of that. It was, okay, today is what I'm going to do. I'm going to focus on that. I'm going to give it my all. And then you almost feel accomplished that you've finished that one day. And then by the end of the 7 weeks, because you know that it's only the 7-day program, you're going to feel like badass. Like I just finished this program, and it's not 30 days later. It's all about just that week and focusing on that week, that day, that workout. So that was kind of like his motivation behind it, because he had said, they had talked to a lot of people, and they felt like they were failing because they weren't able to complete, or they went, 2 weeks in and then they went on vacation, or, whatever the reason was, if they couldn't finish that exact 30 days, and I can kind of relate to that because, like this month, some of us were doing the core de force. And, I was great for like the first 3 weeks. And then as we got into this like last week, I don't know, something about it just kind of like, I don't know, I just wasn't into the Cours de Force anymore. I mean, I love it, but I just wasn't really into it. And I started mixing in some Insanity Max 30 and, you know, just to kind of like change it up a little bit. So I can kind of see where people can get that like kind of discouraged, because you have that sheet of paper and it's like, okay, if you don't finish those 30 days, you know, it's kind of like, oh, I kind of, you know, well, I kind of suck. So anyway, so that's just kind of like his reasoning and his focus on that. So the first program will be released at midnight tonight. And then I guess every program will be released like midnight the night before. So it's going to be one day at a time. Okay, let me see. Now looking ahead, one day at a time. Okay, with all that being said, here is, now has anybody gone in and just raise your hand? Have you gone in and looked at the calendar for Shaun Week? Has anybody done that yet? No? Okay. So they do have the calendar for the Shaun Week, and it's obviously only the 7 days. There is no meal plan. I did look into that. I'm assuming that he will eventually put something together for it. But okay, so your 7 days, this is what it looks like. Now, I don't know if you care, if you want to write this down, whatever, but I'm going to tell you exactly what the workout is and what it represents. What he basically did was he took his Insanity Max 30, Asylum, T25, Rockin' Abs. He took all of those and he just kind of made a 7-day program. So all of the workouts are going to be, they're going to incorporate moves and exercises from each of those each of those programs. Okay, so day 1, we have Insane Basics. This is basically going to be like a foundation of your moves and what you're going to be doing. Okay, one of the things that he had stressed us on there is he's looking for people like to move slower, to get the movements down, and just feel the burn. He said it's gonna burn. So this is where he's going to introduce the chair, which is going to be a great modifier. My knee has been just. And then today I was walking down the steps into the pool, slipped, totally hurt my knee again. So I'm kind of excited about the floor thing, or not having to get on the floor. So he's going to introduce the chair. And one of the things that he talked about with the modifier is the modifier on all of these workouts is going to do no jumping, no hopping, none of that. Because I know some of us in here kind of stay away from those kinds of moves. I forget. I think is it Rachel? I think Rachel is the one that doesn't like to do the jumping and stuff. So yeah, so the modifier will do no jumping, none of that. So that's going to be great. And then again, the floor. And I don't know if any of you guys have seen some of his videos before, like on Facebook a lot of the times, but he'll do moves, and some of them are even moves that I've used like in the Cours de Force, that I'm like, oh my God, I can use a chair for that. Like, and he shows you how to do it. I don't know if you've ever seen any of those, but it's genius. Like, and it's so like obvious, but I never would have thought to like use a chair for some of the moves. And I've actually started incorporating that a little bit in the Cours de Force because my knee has been bothering me. Okay, so anyway, so day 1 is going to be the basics. So it's going to show you some of the different moves. I'm really hoping that it's not like too slow, because I'm like really looking forward to like getting back into like insane workouts. So I'm hoping it's not too slow of an introduction, but we'll see. Okay, so day 2 is going to be pure cardio part 2. This is going to be, and I don't know how many of you guys have really gone through any of the Insanity workouts. Like some of these, I've never done these workouts, so I'm not sure what to expect. But again, if you're writing it down, if you wanted to just take a sneak peek look at these workouts just to see what, you know, the new ones are going to resemble. So the pure cardio is going to be like Insanity pure cardio part 1. Okay, so whatever his Insanity pure cardio part 1 is, this workout is going to be pure cardio part 2. So whatever that's going to entail. Day 3 is going to be insane weights. Okay, so that's why I did put out there for anybody, I wanted to let you guys know that you will be using weights. So if anybody didn't have them, if they wanted to run out, you know, this weekend and get them, But this workout is going to be an insanity format with including weights. So that's probably going to be a really tough one. Day 4 is going to be 25 abs, okay? And it's going to be a very slow and controlled workout, focusing all on your abs. So that'll be good. I don't know if anybody's done rockin' abs, but I did it one day this week. I think it was like the day after I hurt my shoulder, or the day that I hurt my shoulder, I decided to do abs, and I did it. And it's actually kind of fun, and you wouldn't believe like how your abs really hurt, just like, and not even doing crunches. So that was a pretty cool workout to do if nobody's ever done that before. Day 5 is going to be Rip Sanity, and that is going to be an Asylum strength mix. Now, I've never done any of the Asylum workouts, so I don't know what to expect in that, but that's what it's going to resemble. Day 6 is going to be Speed 4.0, and it's going to be a T25 based. And the only information that he gave us on this one was, I think he said in the last 13 minutes of the workout, you're going to do like 148 burpees. So it's going to be pretty intense, I think. I'm hoping to see the modifier with the chair on that one, because I do not like to do burpees at all. Okay, and then day 7 is Dig Deep. That's what that one is called. And that is going to be a knockoff of Fast and Furious from Insanity. Again, not one that I've done, so I'm not really sure what that's going to be like. So basically, those are our 7 days. So like I said, he took, you know, all of his prior workouts and he just kind of mixed them all together. Another fun fact that he told us, like to look out for, which I think is kind of cool, is that, and it's funny because he said a lot of times when they're like standing around, you know, they're just kind of like waiting to get started and stuff. He's like, the minute I go out and I'm like, all right, let's get this going. He's like, everybody has to pee. Like everybody wants to pee before they work out. And he's like, so what he did was, can everybody hear me? Can somebody unmute? Oh, okay. You guys there? Is everybody there? I'm so sorry. Hold on. Okay. I'm sorry. My stupid internet. God, so annoying. Okay. So, I don't know. What was the last thing you guys heard? Can somebody unmute and tell me the last thing you guys heard? Somebody? Anybody? Did you hear my P comment? No, you didn't hear my P comment. Okay. Okay. So Stephanie's like, no. Okay. So one of the things that Shaun had said was that when they were like at the studio and stuff getting ready, like everybody was just kind of like hanging out or whatever. And he said before, like in some of his other programs, he would say like, all right, guys, you know, let's go. We're going to get started. And everybody would like be like, wait, let me go pee. Let me pee first. And they would like all take pee breaks. And, you know, before they even got started, he's like, because they don't have to pee. Like they just feel like they're going to, you know, they want to pee before they start a workout. He said, so this time, like almost every day, he would just surprise them. Like the one day he said he was just kind of like talking to one of the cameramen, whatever, and just told the cameraman to start, you know, rolling. And he just walked right out and was like, all right, guys, here we go. This is the first move. And they didn't have a chance to, you know, so he said to look out for that, like to look out for like everybody just kind of like surprised that he just was starting, you know, right away. Okay, so all of the workouts have breaks, except for the Speed 4.0, which is like the T25, just like, and all of the T25 workouts, none of them have breaks. So you will get breaks during most of them. All of the workouts, the time frame, the shortest one is 21 minutes, and the longest one goes to 42 minutes. So, and then the rest of them are just all in between. So the most you'll be doing is a 42-minute workout, which isn't really too bad, I don't think. Okay, so, hi, bud. Okay. Okay, so one of the things that I want to do, and I'm going to post it in the group was, and it was Shaun's idea. I think it was a really good idea because he said so many people, are so focused on, which it's so easy to, we're all focused on, the weight, the inches, the physical appearance, that's what we're looking for. So he had suggested that during the 7 days, every day somebody post a success that they feel that they had for that day, whether it was during the workout and it was, you use stronger weights than you've ever used before, or you used weights at all and you've never used weights before, or you felt stronger that day, and give a specific, or whatever it may be. He just had suggested doing that. And I think that that's a great idea just because, like I said, we all do get focused on, to me, that's why I'm doing it. Like I am looking for the physical, the physical appearance results. But, he wants us to just dig a little deeper into, ourselves and, looking deeper into what we are accomplishing every single day doing these programs. So I think that's a great idea. So I will post it in there, and then you can just post whatever your success is that day in the comments. And then there was one other thing. Oh, day 4, he is going to, I'm assuming he's going to do it on his social media. Or maybe they meant on the Beachbody On Demand. No, I don't think so. All right. So I think on his social media, he is going to post on day 4 what's next, like what programs to do next after day 4. Because even though he wants us all to just focus on one day at a time, everybody is thinking like, okay, well, it's 7 days, then what do I do type thing. You know what I mean? So he is going to, hi, Brittany's daughter. Hi, sweet pea. So he is going to let us know what to do next. Now, on that subject, I know that I had posted in there that I was going to start focusing, or I was going to do the Insanity Max 30 meal plan. And I believe it was Heidi that messaged me and was like, holy crap, that's kind of strict. I don't think I want to do that. When I'm not doing like the exact diet, because they do give you like a sample plan or whatever. I'm not doing that. What I'm going to do is just the containers. Like he pulls back a little bit on the containers than like the 21-day fix. So it is less food. I just feel like I just need to like kickstart my system back up. Like I've been really doing the workouts. I've been focusing on the workouts, but my eating has not been like the way that it should be. And I think a lot of us are in that boat. Right now, it's like I've gotten out of, making sure that I'm getting all the containers that I need, measuring. I haven't been doing any of that. And it's just kind of been like, I know like what to eat during certain meals because that's what I did in the beginning. But then like when it comes to like dinner, or like I've just been like gone back to the snacking at night, which I don't know why. But I'm going to just try and focus on that meal plan. So I do really think that everybody should pick a meal plan and just kind of get back to, following the containers. Maybe that will help, kickstart the system. And I did pick the Insanity Max because it is less food. I know that's not always the best way, but I need something that's going to like give me that push to get myself back into gear. So that's what I'm going to do. So I did all of my food prep and all of that for this week. And I think hopefully it'll be a little bit easier now that school will be out. So hopefully that will be helpful. So with that being said, one of the things that I was thinking of doing, and I know that everybody is kind of just all over the place with different programs and workouts that they're doing, which is fine. I do kind of think that like in the beginning when we were all focusing on the same workout, and tell me if I'm wrong, like you might not all feel this way, but I feel like when we were all kind of doing the same workout or at least the same program, for me personally, it was just a little more motivating, I guess, just because we were all kind of like, I knew everybody was doing the same thing. You know what I mean? And I know that not all programs are everybody's favorite, you know, and like, I know that like Connie's really liking the hammer and chisel, which I had tried like one time, and like you needed like the weight bench, you needed all that stuff. And I was just like, okay, I'm out. Like, I don't have any of that stuff. I literally, I think was doing like tricep dips on a table. It was just, yeah, it wasn't a good thing. You know, I hope to eventually do that one, but, you know, I don't know. So again, you guys do whatever you want, but what I was kind of thinking to change it up a little bit was I was thinking of doing like a trainer boot camp, to where each week for the 4 weeks, I pick a different trainer and we do like their program. Like, okay, so like for instance, you know, week 1 would be Shaun week. Week 2 would be autumn, you know, and like maybe one day we do 21-day fix. The next day we do a hammer and chisel. The third day we do, you know, 21-day extreme, like different workouts from what those trainers have put out, you know, and then we can do like a Joel and Jericho, and it could be like, you know, maybe 2 of those days are core to force, and then one of those days is, you know, the half and half that, you know, Jericho put out, and then another one is like what Joel put out, just to kind of like change it up so that, you know, we're doing different workouts, but we're still doing like the, you know, the programs that we like. So I don't know. So that was just an idea that I was kind of throwing out there. We can like, you know, talk about it. We can always just do like where everybody just kind of does their own thing too. That's fine with me too. But like I said, I liked when we were all just kind of like doing even just the same program, even if it's not like the same workout, the same program. So that was just my idea. I don't know if anybody has any other ideas, or if we want to just do our own thing, you know, whatever. So yeah, so that's pretty much all I have. I don't know if anybody else has anything they want to add to it, if they want to ask or whatever. No, nobody has any. I have to figure out how to like get this to where I can see everybody's face. Oh, maybe it's this view gallery. Oh, there we go. Now I can see everybody. Okay, so nobody has anything else? Connie, are you driving? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I guess then we can just like all just talk about it like in our little message thing or whatever, and just figure out like what we want to do after Shaun week. Maybe we can even wait until like day 4 and see what he has to say, like what he suggests to do next. Or if some of you guys were like planning to just go back to the programs that you were already working on. If we're going to do our own thing, I was thinking of just sticking with the Insanity Max 30. I got my husband doing the UV2. It was so funny to watch him do it today. I don't know. Have you guys tried that yet? The UV2? Oh my God, the guy is so funny. He really is like the modern day Richard Simmons. And he was anybody on the call? Are you guys, oh, Heidi's not on here. We had a call, like a coach's call, and he was the guest speaker on it. Oh my God. Oh yeah, I sent you guys the picture. Did you see the picture on the messages? Oh my God, he was hysterical. Like you really could not understand anything that he was saying. It was hysterical. He was so funny. But okay, so nobody has any questions or anything about Shaun week. Everybody's ready to go for tomorrow. I know some of you will be getting to it before me because you do those early workouts. I won't do it until after work, but I'm excited. So if you guys get up early and do it, post it and let us know what you think. Let us know what to expect. And that's it. All right, guys, have a good night. Bye.